Hello everybody, Reggie Time here. We are about to play a 25NL Snap session on Triple Eight Poker. The reason I'm playing Snap, I've been playing a bit of Snap and Fast Forward because this month my game has not been in great shape. I've been playing on like very soft sites for most of the month, Sky and like an iPoker Skin, where the games are super soft, and my game has just got really quite sloppy due to playing with so many like bad players, playing with so many bad players playing with 30 bigs. It's just knocked my game out of shape. So I put myself in detention. We're going to be playing a bit of fast forward until I feel like my game's back where I want it to be, and then who knows where we'll go from there. But yeah, it's what we're going to be doing. It's very much just like I'm going to do the whole session. Don't be a highlights package, can't be asked too much like hard work to do that. So I would recommend now I know I can be quite hard to understand for some people, but if you're like quite fluent in Reggie, in like northern fast talking accents, I would recommend upping the speed of the YouTube player so you don't have to watch a lot of the shit where we just fold forever, and then maybe slowing down for the bigger pots or who knows. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching this on normal speed. But if you do, you've got the fucking heart of a lion, and hats off to you. Pocket nines, we're going to be opening under the gun, and King Ace we're going to be opening too. And 3-bit by a player we don't have stats on, which means we've never played a hand with him. So we get called, sorry. I think we're just going to check here, multi-way with the nines. And with the Ace King, with the King of Clubs, I think we're going to have a little C-bet here on the left-hand side table. We're going to have to call this bet from Von Oliver. He could be value betting a worse hand. We get called in this spot. And I think we're just going to give up now. When he bets again, even though it's only 1/3 pot, he's betting into two ranges that called him on the turn. We're just going to fold the nines. Do we double barrel the Ace King? I think we do. We have good suits for double barreling here in terms of like blocking calls. So yeah, we're just going to double barrel, opening the 10-9 suited. Calls again. I think we just give up on this river. Check call twice. He's going to have a lot of Jack XE. He's going to have some flushes that have got there. Yeah, not going to try and make him fold this river. I don't think our hand's particularly good for bluffing with now. He did have the Jack. We've been 3-bet here to a small side, but this prick has no money, so we're just going to fold our hand. Quite a few players in the pool this morning, 40 players. I was expecting to see an awful lot of regs, but there's lots of players that I'm not super familiar with. So who knows? The pool might be reasonable. And tag players as we go along. I don't like tagging players when I've got 70 odd hands because this guy looks like he's going to be like quite tight knit, but I'm not going to tag him yet because we could have that wrong. Against Bubble Boy, we just open any two into his big blind because he's an absolutely filthy knit. King Queen is going to be an open. And we're going to be opening the Queen Jack blind versus blind. Flopping a pair for the King Queen. Starting with a check. Turn two pairs. We like that. He's going to like probably bet 70% turn and river here, assuming the board doesn't change dramatically. That hasn't changed enough for me to not want to bet again. We're going to bet and expect to get called and win quite often, which is like Ace Jack, Ace 10, maybe just something like King Jack, King 10, that type of thing. If we get raised, we just have a pretty easy but annoying fold. Apologies for the software being a bit jerky. It's because I'm running my my Camtasia and Holden Manager and Triple Eight. Without the Camtasia running, then this would just be running smoothly on my computer for me. But because it is running, it's making it a little bit jerky, but I don't think it's too bad. Excuse me. Very tight player. In fact, he doesn't deserve that tag. We're just going to flat the king six suited against someone who doesn't raise appropriately from any position. Just calling. It does have a pretty high c-bet, and then turn does a lot of checking. We've turned two pairs. This turn check doesn't necessarily mean he's giving up. And for the times he isn't giving up, I'm just going to bet large. I mean, if he's just check folding anyway, it doesn't matter what size we go. But if he's got like a king, queen, king, jack, etc., that just now wants to get to showdown, we're going to just make it expensive for him with our value hand. King jack off versus a fishy player. Cut off open. We're probably supposed to like just pure fold this. I like to try and get after these like weaker players in the pool, but I think king jack off. Out of position, 3-betting. No, it's going to rein it in a little bit. So we have someone like unknown to me, 3xing under the gun. Clean 3-bet with the king queen suited. And we get a call. I think 2 overcards, double backdoor. I think we're probably going to see bet this flop. Probably around half pot. We get called. We turn a 9. It does improve our equity a little bit. Do we want to just like bluff it off here with king queen? That is the question. Do we have better bluffs? I mean, hearts would be nice in terms of like double barrel give up. But we still have a draw to the nuts. We're going to go pretty big here on the turn. Hope not to get raised. If we get raised, so at least our decision's easy. If he calls and there's a brick, there's a good chance I'm going to be all in. He does fold the turn now, which is nice. Folding the king queen versus middle position from the small blind. Pocket kings. Love to see it. Under the gun, raises to 3x. Things are looking promising. And he folds, sadly. Ten eight off. No. I don't know, like, exactly how wide we're meant to go from the small blind with that offsuit stuff. To be honest, it's not something I've been like. My opens are like pretty much not quite wide enough from all positions. 10-8 off might be a missed open there. I'm going to be checking the ace 5 here, one of our worst aces. Multi-way. I was about to see bet here because we have like a pretty good combo. See, we have the king of diamonds, overcard and gut shot. But this guy's got no chips. This guy's a fish, so we're just going to check back and just try and realise. That seems like a good turn card, doesn't it? Do we get to value bet our ace 5? I'm just going to check again with our ace 5. This guy's bet 2.4 big blinds, rounding his stack down to exactly 14. I have a bit of a tell on these, or what I think is a tell on these things. When people do that, like round their stack down to a round number, I often think it's because they're planning on folding to a raise. I guess we'll find out how accurate that read is. Did he have a hand that couldn't? I mean, now I think we're just going to chop a lot when he bets this river. He did fold, yeah. That's why we didn't raise a turn. I mean, it might just be a random thing that he randomly managed to hit on 2.4 blinds that took his number down to a round stack. But quite often, when I see, it's more when I'm using dollars, not big blinds, to be fair. If I see someone, say they got a $23 stack, $23.70, they bet $5.70, they say exactly 18. I often think when people bet a size, and even in tournaments too, when they bet a size that leaves them with a round number, I think they're folding a little bit more often than not. It might just be me picking up on something that's not a thing, but it feels like it's a thing. It's something I've thought for a long time. Yeah, but I could be talking bullshit, but I don't think I am. I think 7 off's just a pip too low to open for me. Ace jack off, blind versus blind. Calls. Do we get to c-bet this hand? Again, we've got pretty good suits for c-betting. Or do we have enough where we can just check and then call a raise? Do we need to bet this hand? I don't think we need to actually bet this hand. We turn some equity, and we might still have the best hand. Still checking, not folding. Oh, now he's bet big. So he's telling us at this point that the 8's improved him somehow. Jack 10, Queen 8, 9 8, that type of thing. Probably 9 8's in there. Jack 10's in there. We only have a good shot versus a big bet. I'm just going to fold. Okay, right. So Rewig. He's playing off a shorter stack and he plays 27-9 and he's 4x. I'm just folding the ace jack versus a play with that profile when they're 4x. Chronic overfold. But if you're going to have HUD stats showing you someone's playing 27-9 and then they all of a sudden wake up on 4x, if you're not going to like use that information to make some like quite large adjustments, then don't have a HUD running. Ace 10 is just going to be a fold. Queen 7 suited open. So I think we can, even though it's a small sample, we're safe tagging Von Oliver as a weak player now, 46-0 over 13. Even if he's tighter than that, he's not going to get those stats where they're any like real good. Jack 4 suited. I think we're going to call here. Don't know if it ever 3 bets. I haven't got a clue. I'm just going to call though. Reasonable flop. I think we get to check raise this flop a lot. Apparently not. This guy's c-bet 100% so far. 2D snap check back. We're just going to bet twice here now and whatever. No, we're not. We're going to bet once. Two 8s opening the button. We will be calling 3 bets. If he ever gets on with it. No 3 bets to be called here. Queen 4-4. Do we want to just rage bet this board? Do we want to check back? I'm going to check. Don't know anything about this player. He now big bets into us on the turn, basically saying he's got a 4. Does a queen use this size? Maybe it does. But versus the big bet here, we just have better hands I can call with than 2-8s. I have a queen that sometimes checks back. I have some 4x that occasionally checks back. Yeah, I'm just going to fold the 8s versus a big bet. Another player here who we can safely go early on the tag, playing 50/4. It's a small sample, but yeah, we can tag him early. And A-Rod looks like a reg. We're going to 3-bet the 10s here and really hope not to get 4-bet because that would stink. Probably just have to fold. Doesn't matter anyway. Shake it down. Now Rainman with a 4x under the gun. It's one of the things you're not as well, mate. Right, Rewig, we know you're a fish. I'm familiar with Rewig from previous time spent playing on AAA. I thought he was a little bit looser than these stats, but it's a small sample. Maybe he is. Maybe he's tightened up a little bit. But he's definitely a VIP of some description. Over 142 hands now. I think we can safely tag this guy. Orange tag is just like boring bastard. Basically. Yellow, Bubble Boy, you need to be a bloody orange tag too. What are you doing? You should be sneaking in the yellow, should you? Yellow means like reg that I think's maybe half decent. Red means reg, stay away from them. They're better than you. They're definitely better than you, reg. Orange is shit reg, not better than you, reg. Green's fish. Light blue's whale, and if you see any pink, it usually means players that are either too aggressive, or in my opinion, too aggressive, or I just know them, I chat to them, or whatever. These like friends of mine, or people I'm very familiar with. Then we can also check Bad News Browser VIP player now, given he's allowed his stack to dwindle to 2.8 big blinds, and he's got outline stats. Ace deuce suited. We can bet here. We can check. I'm actually going to bet. I don't mind taking some of my bottom pairs and like using them as like semi bluffs. We do get instantly raised, and that's fine. I'm not sure how many raises players should be finding on Jack 4 Deuce Rainbow, but the guy found one. Hats off to him. What do we do with our 6s here versus button versus the 22 big blind limp? Bubble's not going to squeeze very often. A-Rod might punish us for this over limp. It's my concern here, but we don't get punished. We don't hit a 6 either, so fuck this hand. Slap Happy. I think he might be a half decent reg. Based on my play with him yesterday, he's going to be bestowed the yellow tag. He 3-bets here. We're just going to be all in, of course. Sorry, 4-bets. Don't know enough about him to go look into stats of like how often he's 4-betting. But if it's an half decent reg, he's going to have some lighter 4-bets. He's going to have some like queens, jacks, etc. that we had a flip against or they fold. And on top of that, it's just fucking ace king suited him with a 4-bet, so in she goes. Not sure if we're meant to have too many like 5-bet jams in position. In theory, I don't know. It's not a spot I've particularly studied because the games we play in the micro stakes, I don't think you just need to know. Oh well, with people 4-bet, they've just got a very good hand, so you also need a very good hand to continue. And I haven't studied it much further than that because it's fucking micro stakes poker, not 500 zoom. Here's 10 off here, getting significant multi-reaction, and we've completely bricked, so we will be putting 0 more chips in this pot unless we get an incredibly favourable run out. Ace 4 suited versus a pretty tight player's cut-off open. Just going to defend with the call, flop a gut shot. Take this player as a fish in just a moment. This player here, because he's got no chips and he just bet 1 big blind. So the player goes with a large c-bet here, and his turn barrel drops off significantly. How often is he folding to raises? Fold to raise after c-bet. 2 from 2 so far. But I don't think we want to raise this particular combination. I'd rather have a club or diamonds. We're just going to call. Turn and ace. If this player barrels, we're just going to fold here because his turn barrel is like 29%. So he just rarely barrels the turn. And we river a straight. I think we just block this river. Maybe slightly bigger than block. And hope not to get raised. Just giving up / trying to show our hand down here with the ace jack. Expect to lose a lot, but don't expect players to fold better very often. He did just give up with whatever he had. King jack didn't bluff. There you go. Well played, sir. He just didn't bluff at any point with king jack there. Don't understand. My line hardly reeks strength. He's got king high. Maybe he thinks it's good. Maybe he thinks he has showdown value. Maybe he's just an absolute fucking baby. Who knows? That 27 guy has been on for a long time. I played with him a long time. Back when I was like streaming 30NL literally 6 years ago. He was shit then, and it appears he's still shit now. Yeah, in fact, you don't deserve the yellow tag, sir. You're an orange. Oh, Marco, have you not been tagged yet? Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace of a player. I was too busy tagging Marcus there, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to 3-bet or fold my 9s. Then I looked at his stats and thought, fuck it, just fold him, Reg. I'm not a big fan of 3-bet under the gun opens with medium pairs. I prefer the old days when you just had to flat in those spots. But now you're not allowed to anymore. When you flat those types of hands, streamers call you total babies when you stack them. It's good fun. Checking the queens. don't think we get to fold our queens just yet, but I'm already pretty uncomfortable. Ten-9 suited hand, I would sometimes 3-bet, but not against this player with this stack size. He checks back the turn. Do we have a value bet with our queens? I don't think so. I think we're still just checking and probably calling. We don't have any spades. I expect to lose sometimes here to some like. He doesn't 3-bet this guy though, does he? Doesn't look like he does. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Are you okay? I mean, you're going to win the pot. You're probably bluffing, but could be pocket threes, I guess. Whatever. Nice answer, I guess. No idea what that's all about. Why did my auto reload not come on? Hope it comes on now. Yeah, it has. Ace 3 offsuit. This is going to be a 3-bet sometimes, but against this stack depth, I'm just going to call. Well, I haven't folded the 10-6 yet. I am training myself to wait until the action's on me before I open, but when it's a pure fold, there's not really a lot of point in doing that. Ooh, bad news. Brown's topped up, stacked up, chipped up a little bit. It's good news. It's absolutely not bad news. That it's very much good news. Got this 10-8 again. I'm just going to fold it. I don't know. I think it's cuspy. He's right on the cusp. It probably opens sometimes. I'm probably going to open that into more tight players and or passive players than I am T Triaga, who is a particularly tight player, but he's a reg. So you have to imagine he's going to defend slightly more appropriately than most people will. Going to ISO the ace jack over the 54 fours limp. Pocket tens against T Tree Aga. Could 3-bet off call here, I guess. Down here we're going to just do shit reg 1/3 c-bet. Here we're just going to call because I just feel like calling. Turn a pair, but it might give us the best hand now. We certainly don't have a bet. And we river a straight. Oh dear. Okay, we're not folding because we could just chop too often. Oh shit, the bed. How often does this guy have a full house? You know what? This pot's just so small, and we basically only have a chop chop or lose. I'm just going to fucking fold. That's really sad. That is really sad. And we win against T-Triago. Guessing he just checked down the underpair. Yep. Oh, what do you think about that fold? Tell me in the comments what you think about that fold with the ace jack. I just think we chop or lose, and we've invested 7 blinds, and all of a sudden the guy wants to put 90 blinds in, where we almost never win the whole pot. Maybe that's a really bad fold. Don't think it is though. King 4 suited is going to be a defend versus UTG. Flop ourselves a pair against someone who so far has c-bet 4 times out of 4. I'm going to check raise our bottom pair here against someone who's... I mean, it's a small sample. But I'm going to go with the raise here, rather than a call against someone with a 100% c-bet so far. Take it down. Three bet the King Queen here against Slap Happy. We pick up a cold call from a recreational player, and we flop ourselves a top pair, which is very, very nice. I'm just going to bet very small because we don't have to worry about getting the money in. Just giving up here against a recreational player with the 4-5. This player min raises. Fine, just call, let him do his thing. We're never folding, of course. And we beat the jacks. Happy days. Happy, happy days. No idea what he was doing, but never mind. We don't need to know what he was doing. It'd be nice to understand why he did it so we could try and exploit him in future, but whatever. I really want to play pots with this bad news brown. I really like to get squeezed behind here. No. Fuck it. I shouldn't do this, but I really want to play pots with bad news brown, so we're going to just try and set mine. Boo, no set. No set, no bet. I don't see any way we win this pot, but we're not bluffing. Queen 9 off. Never mind. That was naughty. That was a naughty flat, but if there was like aggressive regs to go behind, I wouldn't have done it, but there wasn't, so fuck it. Trap myself to a set mine. Cowboys. Hello, the Cowboys. We could treat ourselves to a set mine again here, but we're not going to. We're not going to start getting into a lot of bad habits. I didn't mean to click fucking watch unfold. On 595, we're going to go with some bigger c-bets here against somebody who's quite possibly recreational. He doesn't look super VIP, but he certainly looks recreational. We turn a boat. That's nice. And I mean, obviously barreling here is fine, but we're going to check and just let him catch up in some way, let him bluff, let him value bet worse, all those things. Now it's just a matter of what size do we raise. What do we think he's got? He's telling us he's... Well, I hope he's good. No, he's not telling us he's got a 5. We're just going to raise big and just hope he's somehow got a 5, pocket 9s. It's really hard for him to have a king. That'll do. Beautiful. Given the speed he called there, I think we probably could have got called on a jam. Oh, could we? He had the 5-4. Oh, man. We so could have stacked him there. So could have stacked him. Never mind. Eight-five suited. I think we'll probably have to defend this. Not happy about it, but probably have to defend it. Pair of the back doors. Have to check call one, I think. No, we don't, because he snap checks back. Super trivial check call on the turn. No need to lead our hand. No need to start bluffing with it. And I think we win quite a bit on check, and we're just going to fall to a bet. We do win on a check. So what didn't this guy bluff with? Ace high? Yeah. Alright, we're a bit deeper here, so we're going to go with a slightly larger ISO. Well, quite a bit deeper, actually. 145 big steep at the start of the hand. We lose the VIP, and we pick up... Don't know how to describe this player in the big blind. Reg of some description, I guess. Yeah, going to check back the queens. Call turn, fold river, guess. Keeping checking, and then they were not folding river now. And we probably are going to have a value bet if he checks to us again. Half pot. Seems reasonable. Try and get called by a 10. You know what? I might just be a fucking genius. I might just be a fuck. I mean, I'm not saying I definitely am, but if I'm not, I'm fucking close to it. This guy C-bet 17%. No, that's his donk bet, sorry, ignore me. Anyway, never mind. It's not our board. I mean, it's a good board for the big blind to have some raises on, but I think our particular hand doesn't want to do any raising there. Can we treat ourselves to a flat on the button here? I don't know if we can or not, but fuck me, I'm going to. Oh, and we've been absolutely punished. We've been so punished. I mean, we're deep here, so we could probably make a case for calling. But I'm not going to. You know what? We can make this into a little two-parter, can't we? We can stop the recording here, and we can just start another one rather than doing one long video. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to just sit out next hand because we're going to be Johnny again straight away. Um, Obanov, he's playing 25/6 so far. We still have a crystal clear 3-bet, even though this guy does look like they're maybe not opening anything like correct ranges. We get called 4-bet by someone playing 16-13 with a 4% 3-bet. These jacks are just going to go right in the bin, and I don't give a fuck because Marco, look at the stats: 16-13, 4 over 566 answers. Fucked if I'm playing this cunt off on a cold 4-bet. Not fucking doing it. He's got ace king and better. That's it. That's the fucking range. So yeah, take my money, Marco. Take my fucking money. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in probably tomorrow for the second part of this enthralling 25NL snap session. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye bye for now. Oh yeah, fuck the Tories. Fuck them. Really fuck the Tories. Bye for now, everybody.